money.
I know what's going on. This is. Yeah, you're good. We're good.
All right, and we're back. I didn't understand the cue on that one. I was waiting for it to. Harvin's got to get me the new rules here.
I'm sorry, I'm too busy over here. I just got a message from somebody here saying, "Boy, you guys take more breaks than I do in a 9-hour day."
Wow.
I won't say who it is, but I'm sure that person is listening.
Yeah, like whoever it is works 9 hours a day.
So,
Anyways.
let me throw something out, guys. Did you guys hear about Oscar De La Hoya's fight and his
With his cocaine and his booze?
booze and all that? Reminds me one day that we all went to when I say we, me and my associates, not this crowd, went to a golf tournament with him in support of his fundraising for the White Memorial cancer treatment something, and everything's coming into light now. I'm seeing him wasted. I mean, completely wasted to the point where he's emceeing the golf tournament at during the dinner time. He's got a glass full of Shivas straight, and the guy is blah, 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 can't even get a word out, tripping over everybody, cursing at everybody, to the point where even his other friends and the other big stars there had to literally drag him out and just say, go get some wings.
All I gotta say is I don't see a problem. That's usually the way my Friday night starts and ends.
Yeah, but you're not Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah.
You know what? When I'm that drunk, I am.
Now, granted, I mean, if there's pictures of you and hosiery and all the lingerie, we don't want to see them.
No
We don't want to see him of him. We
know,
really don't want to see him of you.
That mud wrestling you do is not the same as
It's not mine.
boxing.
It's hot oil.
No, but you know what? I didn't know that was the story. I haven't, I didn't really read into it, or I didn't read about it, but I did hear the promos. He was on like a Spanish
Right, it was
interview
on
show.
Spanish, right.
And he was saying something. He was apologizing to his wife. I didn't know what the hell it was about, but I didn't know. I mean, I didn't know he was a drinker, or because when you think of boxers and somebody of his caliber in his heyday, I mean, you don't think of somebody who's using drugs and drinking, man. It's
Well, especially from somebody who really preaches, hey, gotta walk a straight line and so on and so forth. To be, to put himself into a dilemma like that, it's really harsh. I mean, I'm not an alcoholic, I'm not a drug abuser, but it just, you question where do these guys have their mind at?
But what's
Making all
funny?
this money
That
and-
explains how. What was that guy? I can't remember this guy that dropped him with that one liver shot.
Pacquiao, wasn't it?
No. It was. I'll think about it. It was
But you know
a black
what?
guy. But now.
Oh, Sugar Shane? Was it Sugar
No.
Shane?
The guy
Mayweather?
that used to be in prison.
The guy that used to be.
What's
that
his
came out
names?
wrong. I said it was a black guy. He used to be in prison. But what I'm saying is, no, I look it up. But
Wow, you
talk
guys
about
are
with
just
one-
a wealth of
yeah,
one
information.
kid
I
to
mean,
the liver.
I'm glad the two of you got all your facts.
You
know
straight.
what?
I mean, this
His
is
liver was
entertaining
shot.
to another level.
I'm looking at the numbers. We had one listener. We just lost them.
Yeah, I know. I just got the text from him saying you're idiots.
No, but you know what? I gotta go out on a limb, and I'm probably all on my own on this thought. But just like Phelps, you almost have to have. I don't want to say more respect, but it's like if they're competing at that level, and be doing that kind of stuff, it's. I say give them another gold medal.
Alrighty then, that's why Arvin's not in charge. Moving on, one of the things I wanted to pick up on is I know we said that we would talk about politics, even though most people don't. And one of my listeners right now I know he's going to get all fired up here in a second, but my girlfriend Michelle Bachmann, I love her. I really do. I think she's spectacular.
Jesus.
Well, speaking of Jesus, she did say
Oh.
that God caused the hurricane.
Yeah, and it was a message to America.
Right. And I mean, that's why I love her, because she speaks from the heart. She's deep, Mike. Apparently, we don't understand that.
Wow, why are the lights going dim all of a sudden in there now?
Apparently, she didn't hear the message because I think what God was trying to say is, Michelle, kill yourself. Why? But you know, I guess that shit maybe. I mean that got lost in translation. I don't know. Anyways,
You know what the problem is?
Go on.
God's probably Puerto Rican. She didn't understand.
hey, you know what? You bring up a very good point, my son. I got a lot more respect for you today.
Well, again,
And
so
you all heard that. God's Puerto Rican.
well, wow. Let's hope not.
So go ahead, man.
I've been to Puerto Rico, dude, and Mike takes me to eat, fried gopher on the side of the road. I'm not even sure.
Go for it.
Bernard Hopkins. That's the fighter.
Bernard, really? We're gonna come back to
Wow.
that?
No, I
Oh.
figured. Okay, anyways.
All right, so and then the other one, I just again, my other favorite candidate of the week is gotta be Rick Perry.
Dude, why don't you talk about Michelle Bachmann some more? What is it that you like about her, man?
Dude, to me, she's a perfect replacement for Palin. Right about now,
That's,
you know
that's
what I'm
really
talking
not
about.
saying much.
Well, no, but what's so great about, and again, there's a phone call coming through any second now. I know he's going to be attacking Obama, so that's why I'm holding off on the Obama jokes here because I'm sure he's dialing right now as we speak.
He's dilating?
No, he's not dilating.
Is this the same guy from Dancing with the
No,
Stars?
but what I'm saying is this pool of candidates is spectacular because all of a sudden the one who went quiet was Romney. I haven't heard much from him in the last few days.
Romney?
Yeah.
Well, he's just I think he's just laying low a little bit because right now everything's about Rick Perry and they're not attacking each other yet. So I mean, I don't know. It's too early, man. A lot of people are already saying that Rick Perry may get the nomination. He may, but we'll see because a lot of people don't think that Perry can beat Obama and Romney can. So
One of the comments that I read today was how Rick Perry says that, did I read it correctly? That Social Security is a pyramid scheme. And Social Security is a pyramid scheme, and it will not be there in the future. It's funny to read that because now he says he's not backpedaling, but he's trying to defend the position because he doesn't want to scare people. He wants them to know the truth. Which again, if that's the case, more power to him. Because I don't know how many politicians want anybody to know the truth.
well, and that's just I don't know what to say, man. Social Security, we can talk about that for weeks, man. How about
Hector, you're being too quiet on that, Hector.
If
I'm letting you guys
people
rant.
just leave that fund alone, it's no problem with it. But anyways,
Now, I do know that Obama and crew. This one's for Gary. I know they're going to be in a tight spot with the whole 9/11 coming up. How they wanted to, they put out, what did they call it? An agenda of how they wanted the 9/11 events to go down. And I'm just waiting. That one's going to come back and bite them.
Definitely. That's another thing that we got to throw on his plate to really go after him. What 10 years ago, the tragedy happened. But I don't know. The more he does, he tries to get voters. The more he tries to really go out there, he's killing himself. I think he does not have a solid plan for his reelection, and that's where I think the Republican Party is definitely going to come aboard, and crush him. Because I don't think he's got two solid feet to stand on, unfortunately.
Okay, but again, we've talked about this before. That being said, he doesn't have two solid feet to stand on. Who can beat him?
Well, you got Romney, you got Perry. I think two solid candidates, and then who knows? Bachmann's getting a lot of the voters' emotional feelings, and people are listening to what she has to say. I think as a country, we're fed up with all the crap that's been going on in Washington politics. Nobody willing to give a straight answer. Everybody's spending more than what they can bring in, and now it's you got the Tea Party come in here. You got Latinos with the Tequila Party. You got African Americans with God knows what. It's just I think we as citizens are getting fed up with all the crap that's been going on, and we're listening to the whoever's coming in with some better, brighter idea. What Obama has promised, even when Congress was all Democrat, couldn't even get a decision out there that was in favor for their party. Now that the Congress is run by Republicans and you got a Democrat president, you're in the same boat. So really nothing has edged that needle forwards or backwards. It's been stale, and it'll continue there until, re-election time. And I just feel that, the country's going to vote, Republican this time around.
Mikey.
That's just wishful thinking, my brother. So I think you've been hanging out with Oscar too much lately, man. Because I think President Obama has gotten a lot accomplished. The Democrats have gotten a ton of good stuff accomplished,
Name one
despite
thing. Name one
despite
thing. Name one thing.
hold on.
The health
Despite
bill.
despite the filibustering by the Senate. So if you think about it, yeah, he had control of both houses and he had the presidency, but there was a record number of filibusters by the Republicans in the Senate. Never before in the history of the country had there been that many filibusters. There are hundreds and hundreds of bills that have been passed by the House sitting in the Senate because the Senate will not take votes on them. So he's gotten a ton of stuff that would help the American people a lot.
Name
If-
some. Name
Well,
some of them.
I can Google them for you. I'll bring you
thing-
this next week. The problem is they're sitting in the Senate.
Yeah, but I mean,
So
look,
you see-
okay.
So that's it. The Republicans are about staying in power. They're not about governing. It's about power, and that's all they want to do.
But what has he actually demonstrated? What has he actually put out there saying, this is going to be, for the betterment of the country?
Stuff
than
that's
the
already
fact-
been passed.
Other than the fact that, he managed to lie and get his health care bill that was supposed to be great for everybody and it's not, what else has he done? He hasn't done anything. And why is it the fact that now he's getting a lot of his own cabinet leaving? Because they're looking out for their own business. They're finally jumping ship because they realize this dude is going to take us to ruin if we continue to hang out with him. If I continue to be Mikey's friend, forget it. Nobody's going to be my friend.
Well, I don't know.
And I've been saying
how
that
many-
for a long time.
How many? I don't know how many cabinet members are left, but I think it was just like a couple, and that happens with every president around this time in the presidency. The problem that we have.
Halfway during the term.
Yes, it happened. It happened to George W. Bush.
No,
It happens
it
to
happened.
everybody.
It happened after his term, not during,
No.
not halfway during the term.
The
After his
problem
term
is-
ended and he was going up for re-election, some of them did say, you know what, I got other things that I want to focus on, and I'm moving on. Never during, halfway of the presidential term.
No, the problem is you have a Republican Party that basically is going to say no to whatever the president proposes. The president, when we're talking about some of the bailouts and some of the ideas to get the country moving out of the recession we were in, basically embraced one of their own ideas. The Republican Party had tried to pass this through the president, said, you know what, this is a good idea, I think we should adopt it. And they turn around and just say, oh no, you know what, no, we can't back it. They will not give this guy credit for anything. Why? Because their thing is about power. They don't want him to look successful because A, it's going to make him look bad, and B,
So
I think, and this is just me
All right,
going
gentlemen,
on
we
the
have
line
to
out
table
there.
that because we're going to our third and final break. So let's everybody
It's,
take a pause right there.
I think they just don't want the brother to be
Lies,
successful.
lies,
Period.
lies.
Stick
lies.
around for the final
That's
part of
it.
the show. You're
Run
listening to the Three
color.
Guys
All
Round
right.
and Vice Radio, AdrenalineRadio.com. Thank you.
What about, I guess it's too late now.
thought it was-
What happened
Hey,
to
seriously.
indie radio?
On a serious note, I'll BS aside because I can't talk to about here, but you're really not brainwashed by all the bullshit from the Republican Party, right? I mean, they're both fucked up, but all the shit you talk about with the president, you don't believe all the rhetoric, do you? I mean, I know you're part
I
of,
mean, isn't this good radio?
yeah, but I know you're part of the RNC and you're a card-carrying member.
I'm a Republican to the bone, to the core, but there's things that I
No,
don't
you're not.
agree with.
No, you're
There are
not.
things that I don't agree
You're
with.
so shit. You can't be to the core.
I am Republican, but I don't agree with some of the things that the party is doing. I've had conversations with the local RNC, and I told them, guys, if you guys are just doing this old bull crap, you're not going to win. You're going to lose it. That's what happened with.
You know Obama's gonna get reelected.
I know that. I know he's going to get reelected.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just had to ask for my own soul, son, because you scare me sometimes when you're speaking.
The Republican Party, as much as I feel they have some good intentions, but they're going at it.
Son, the road to hell is paved with good intentions.
We need to start over. It's the fucking problem.
Exactly.
With everyone, though. Both parties.
Exactly.
I know, no,
Because
I got-
every
why
politician's
both of
out there. Every politician's out there for what they get. The president created the committee to review.
The super committee?
Yeah.
The 12?
Javier Becerra, the one and only Latino there, said, well, in a recent news interview with Meet the Press or something like that, I hope that these politicians don't come in there with their own personal agenda, their own personal intentions of creating money for themselves because it's a political year coming about. Yet, boom, he gets caught doing, I don't know what, some type of negotiation or some money that's coming into his camp for his re-election. And the basis of that event was all about that subcommittee that, how he could actually affect whatever would party was going to give him some money and all that. So it's like, you're preaching this, and then you're actually doing it in front of